For decades, Ellen was the queen of kind, the woman who told everyone to be kind to one another at the end of every show. Jim claims he reached out to her directly, pleading with her to use her massive platform to shine a light on what was happening on Epstein Island. He believed that if someone with her reach spoke up, the authorities would be forced to act. But according to Jim, the response was deafening silence. She never spoke, she never acted, and as we later learned, the kind persona Ellen projected for 30 minutes a day was a carefully constructed mask. When that mask finally slipped and she was exposed for her behind-the-scenes behavior, her empire collapsed almost overnight. But the question remains, what did she know about the island, and why did her name reportedly show up on the visitor logs?
Can I tell you something? Yes, what? So I thought that you were going to scare me when I came in.
In August 2022, the world watched as a fiery car crash in Los Angeles took the life of actress Anne Heche. The official reports called it a tragic accident, a high-speed collision into a residential home. But for those who have been following the breadcrumbs, the timing was almost too perfect. At the time of her passing, Anne was reportedly working on a documentary project titled Children of the Machine. It was whispered to be an expose on the very networks Jim Caviezel has been warning us about. Anne had spent years trying to articulate the disturbing experiences she had during her high-profile relationship with Ellen, experiences she claimed were too dark to speak aloud. Then, just as the Epstein revelations were gaining global momentum and whistleblowers were starting to emerge, she was gone. Sources close to the actress have whispered that she knew too much and was preparing to go public. While there is no definitive proof of a setup, her death remains a massive question mark in a story filled with unexplained coincidences.
In August 2022, Anne Heche died in a fiery car crash in Los Angeles. She drove into a home, and the resulting fire took her life. The official ruling was that it was accidental, but online, whispers have persisted. Some point to Anne's history of speaking out about dark forces in Hollywood. Others note the timing, just as the Epstein revelations were gaining momentum. Unconfirmed reports suggest Anne had been working on a documentary exposing child networks, a project called Children of the Machine. Whether it existed, whether it was real, may never be known. What is known is this: Anne Heche spent years trying to process and articulate experiences during her time with Ellen that she said were too disturbing to speak aloud. And then suddenly, she was gone. Sources close to Anne, unnamed and unverified, have whispered that her death was not an accident, that she knew too much, that she was silenced before she could speak. There is no proof. There may never be. But in a story filled with powerful people, sealed documents, and unexplained deaths, Anne Heche's name lingers like a question no one wants to answer.